Hey there, language teachers. Do you ever feel overwhelmed when it comes to scoring assessments? Maybe you're stuck wondering if your rubric is clear enough, or you're spending way too much time grading. Or maybe you're worried if your scores are truly reflecting your students' proficiency. Well, guess what? You're in the right place. In today's video, I'm going to break down how to create and use proficiency-based rubrics so you can score assessments efficiently, consistently, and with confidence. By the end of this video, you'll have actionable strategies you can take straight to your classroom and start using tomorrow. And trust me, these tips will save you time and make grading a whole lot easier. So stick around because we're answering your most pressing questions about rubrics and making them work for you instead of the other way around. Let's dive in. First up, let's talk about designing rubrics that actually work. A great proficiency-based rubric should be clear, simple, and aligned with your learning goals. And don't worry, I'm not about to tell you how to reinvent the wheel. Here are 3 quick wins you can use today. First, simplify the criteria. Don't overload your rubric. Stick to 3 or 4 criteria that really matter, like comprehensibility, fluency, and accuracy. This keeps things streamlined and helps you focus on what proficiency actually looks like at different levels. 2, use can-do statements. Make your rubric student-friendly by using can-do language. For example, instead of saying uses basic vocabulary, try can use simple phrases to communicate the basic ideas. It's clearer for you and for your students and aligns perfectly with the ACTFL standards. And 3, level check the language. Here's a bonus tip. Double check that the language in your rubric matches the level you're assessing. For novice learners, use phrases like word and short phrases. But for intermediates, use connected sentences. You want your rubric to reflect realistic expectations at every level. Now let's move on to scoring. If you've ever felt like you're drowning in a pile of assessments, you're not alone. The key to efficient scoring is to stay consistent and organized. Here's how to make it happen. Anchor examples. Before you even start scoring, create or collect examples of what work looks like at each proficiency level. Share these examples with your students so they know what to aim for. And when you're grading, use those anchors to keep your scoring consistent. Use a tally system. This one's a game changer. As you review an assessment, make quick tally marks on the rubric instead of writing out detailed feedback right away. Once you've gone through everything, you can finalize the scores in one go. It's faster and way less stressful. And 3, batch scores by criteria. Instead of scoring one assessment at a time, try batching. For example, score all the students on fluency first, then move on to accuracy. This keeps your focus sharp and ensures consistency across the board. Before we jump into our last set of tips, I want to quickly tell you about the Comprehensible 2025 conference. This is the event for language teachers looking to master comprehension-based methods. With a huge variety of sessions covering CI strategies, proficiency-based assessments, and more, you'll walk away with actionable ideas you can implement right away. Plus, it's all online, so you can watch from anywhere. Check it out at mm.us/conference. Now, let's finish strong with one last set of tips. All right, let's talk about something that can make or break your rubric success. Getting your students on board. When students actually understand and use rubrics, you're not just grading them, you're teaching with them. Here's how to do it. Self-scoring practice. Before students submit their work, have them use the rubric to score themselves. It's a simple way to help them reflect on their strengths and areas for improvement before you even grade. Feedback over grades. When you return work, highlight specific parts of the rubric instead of just giving a score. For example, you might say, your fluency was strong, great use of transitions. Now let's work on accuracy. This keeps the focus on growth, not just points. Reflection prompts. Pair your rubrics with quick reflection questions like, what are you most proud of? Or what's one thing you'll do differently next time? It's a small step that gets students thinking critically about their progress. There you have it. 3 simple ways to master proficiency-based rubrics and make scoring easier, faster, and more consistent. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's one rubric strategy you're excited to try in your classroom? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to take your rubrics to the next level, check out my video on the top mistakes language teachers make when creating rubrics. You don't want to miss it. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, happy comprehensible input.